Getting late in the evening, and the sun's going down. Oh, it's getting late in the evening, and the sun going down. If you got a heart like mine, you got to cry sometime. Well, if you got a heart like mine, you got to cry sometime. There's a man by the river, giving sight to the blind. There's a man by the river, he's giving sight to the blind. If you got good religion, you ought to show some sign. Well, if you got good religion, you ought to show some sign. We're just in a praising mood today. Just a praising mood. And sometimes we get so graveled up with the scripture and with the word, and we're trying to teach people that we fail to give the Most High the praise that He so deserves. And I know that's my frame of mind, because when I look at my own life and where I come from, I am continuously humble, and then joy allowed to break out of nowhere. Not because I've done such a good job, not because I done walked so closely with the Father, but when I see His grace and His mercy that have overshadowed me in the midst of rebellion and idiosyncrasies and personal weaknesses and frailties. And then you say to yourself, the Father shouldn't even deal with me, but He see fit to deal with me again. Is very humbling. Now, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody. But I can only speak for myself, because I know where I come from, and I know where I've been, and I know the things that I've done. When I see how the Father could have mercy on the ragged, foul-mouthed, pistol-toting, pistol-shooting, crack smoking, water smoking, weed smoking, pill popping, volume taking, joker, tax snorting, cocaine snorting, disrespecting women type of dude that I have been over the years. I can't do nothing but break out with praise, because I don't have no right to the favor that the Father has shown to me. I don't have no right to the respect that people have reached out and given me. Don't have no right to be called the elder. Don't have no right to handle His word and His goodness and His truth. When I look at myself, when I think about the foolishness that I had been through, and even until this day, the times of rebellion, of not wanting to do what the Father say, the times of mourning over your sin, when you don't even want to raise your head up or look in the mirror, and the Father does something wonderful in your life. I can't help but to praise Him. The old folks used to sing a song that said, when I think about the goodness of the Messiah and all He done for me, what can you do? What can you do? So I wanted to put this praise on here, because we don't see the men of God and the women of God breaking out into praise The praise that we learned when we was in the Christian church, how to fall out on the floor and how to lay prostrate and how to start weeping and wailing and crying. And even in the midst of our ignorance, the Spirit would break through and take over the whole place. And today the Spirit done broke through in my truck. And I wanted to put this on here for somebody that you're looking at your idiosyncrasies and your personal weaknesses and your inability to walk right, your inability to uphold the law, the statutes, and the commandments. No matter how hard you try, you still find yourself failing. We want you to be encouraged today, because the Father don't use us for the areas that we are strong in. He takes our weaknesses and then manifests his power in the midst of that. That the men that we walk before, that know that we ain't worth 2 cents, they can see the power and the glory of the Most High use a life that ain't fit for nothing. He created us out of the dust of the earth. He formed us out of the dust of the earth. And out of all of the things on the earth that could be compared to dust, dust is the least of them. It is the least of the things. That's what we was created out of. And I don't care what we do with the dust. The only thing dust has the capacity to do is to contaminate, to corrupt, to filthy up, to dirty it up. But the Father knows what he made you out of. He said, I know I made you out of dirt. And look at our nature crying out, because we are not being what the Father wants us to be when we put ourselves up against his holy word. Look at the dust crying out to the Most High. I don't want to be dirt. I don't want to be dirt. I want to be clean. I want to be used for good things. But the Most High said, I know what I made you out of. I know that I made you out of dirt. I know what you created out of. But look at what's coming out of this dirt. That have a desire to deny its own nature. And the Most High said, for that person that feel like that, he said, I am able to take that same dust that was good for nothing, that couldn't plant nothing, that you couldn't grow nothing in, that it couldn't be used for anything other than to contaminate. He said, I am able to take that same dust and I am able to turn it into topsoil. And then you can plant and you can grow flowers in it and you can grow food in it and you can do all these wonderful things with it. The transformation of the filthy nature of a man up against the Father's holiness. Nobody has the right to gloat or to boast before the presence of the Most High for the things that he have done. And my brothers and sisters, we got to learn how to get back to where we were. We don't bless the Most High because of our righteousness. We don't bless the Most High in order to be saved. We bless the Most High because he had already saved us. He had already put his seal of approval on us, even when we was in the muck and mire of our sin. And we bless him for that, for what he had already done. And so some of my brothers and sisters, sometime when you don't know what to do and when you don't know what to say, you just break out into praise and say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for smiling on me. Thank you for having mercy on me. Thank you that I can get out my bed and walk around. Thank you for my legs. Thank you for my arms. Thank you for giving me a roof over my head. Thank you for giving me a husband. Thank you for giving me a wife. Thank you for these children that you blessed me with. Thank you for a mind that can think straight. Thank you for wisdom that you have given me to pass down to my seed, that they may have a desire to do your will. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you for letting me go through situations that spring forth wisdom, so that I can pass that on to my children, that when they get in a situation like that, they can know what to do to get out of it. Thank you for everything. Thank you for people that you have given me to come into my life that will be a friend in the time of loneliness. Thank you for everything that you have done. Thank you. Thank you even for the trouble that you allowed me to get into so that I can see your hand rescue me. Thank you for the bad habits and hang-ups that you allowed me to encounter so that I can see how merciful and how kind you was. Thank you for the time that I was in rebellion so that I can see how long-suffering and forgiving that you were. See, thank you. And we got to learn how to give the Father what is rightfully his. The Father inhabits the praise of his people. And sometimes life put us in situations that choke all of the praise out of us. And for them brothers and sisters that think that you in a place that nobody understands, you're not the only one. So we come back with reports like this to make you understand, hey, that if the Father can do it for him, he could do it for me. For the Most High is not willing. He promises that he would withhold no good thing to them that love him. The book of Sirach tells us, he said, go down through history and go down through time and see when did the Father ever forsake anybody that called on his name. He ain't did it. So I just wanted to put this on here just for somebody's encouragement. And plus, I needed to get that out for myself. Shalom.